Hey, hey everyone, it is your girl, the one, the only, Spicy. Hey everyone, I'm here today with a general love reading. I hope everyone has had a very blessed and peaceful week. I mean, things happen. It's just what it is, but I hope everyone was able to persevere through all of those challenges and any issues. So yeah, I'm definitely glad and I'm definitely so grateful to God to be here. Y'all, I feel so beautiful. I feel so beautiful, y'all. Like, I literally got ready. I looked in the mirror and I was like, damn. Damn, it's something hitting a little different about your girl over here. And really what's hitting different is that I'm in God's beauty parlor right now. Okay, like, shout out to the power of positive thinking, like Vincent Norman Peale. Like, I'm really in God's beauty parlor right now. Like, he is really doing some amazing things in my life. God is really over here getting your girl, snatching your girl, getting her together, like really over here learning these different aha moments, these different wow moments. And I'm so excited to actually be here. Like, I love showing up. Like, I really love showing up with my goddess energy. And I'm just happy. I'm happy, y'all. I'm so happy. So what has been going on with me, if you've been checking out my story, also, y'all, these nails that I'm about to drop, these nails I'm about to drop, once I put these gems on and hit it with the top coat, like, I'm really going to be flexing with these nails. Like, I'm so excited. I'm probably not going to show y'all any cards because I don't want to I don't want to ruin the surprise on my nails. But y'all, I really snapped. I'm so grateful to God because he just gives me so many skills and so many talents, and he just created me to be so beautiful and to just be able to create things that are beautiful. And I'm so grateful that I'm finally in a place to where I can show these things and just be like, just do it shamelessly. Like, just really come out here and just be me regardless of who gotta say what, who got anything to say, who got nothing to say. Like, I'm really out here snatching and really doing really pivotal and monumental things to really change my life trajectory. So I'm so excited and I'm so grateful. All glory goes to my higher power. Okay? All glory. But for the most part, what else have I been doing? Oh yeah, I've definitely been trading. If you've seen my story, by now we can all agree that it's not a scam, because your girl be getting in and out with the bag, like, for real. And I'm still a newbie. I know as much as I know, but there are definitely traders and people out there who know more than me. So if I'm a newbie and I can still get in and make, my hourly rate from my day job in the course of a minute, I'm gonna be thankful. Because someone was in the office today busting their ass for however many cents per minute, and I was really at home making my hourly and going about my day being cute and etc. So with that being said, I'm so grateful and thankful to God because he's really allowing me to develop the lifestyle that I've always wanted. And I'm so grateful. Like, I can't even hate. Like, I really wake up like, let's go. What's going on with today? Like, what's going on? So with that being said, please hit me up, DM me a palm tree if you would like to get started. If you're tired of struggling, let's keep it real. One thing I've noticed is that people tend to be very prideful. Their ego is really getting the best of them, and your ego is going to stop you from doing something monumental and something that you've always wanted to do, which was to have financial freedom. So it's not even just the trading itself, but it's the culture, it's the mindset, it is the development, the leadership, the mentorship. And yeah, like, when you know, you know. When you know, you know. Like, when God calls, it's time to come on. And I'm grateful that I've answered God's call. I'm grateful that I've been answering his call consistently and really not playing with these people out here. So with that being said, make sure you also check me out on YouTube at Spicy Bee Soup. The link is in my description box. Make sure you check that out. I am still posting my live readings. You can go back and watch readings from last year when I first started reading. Well, I've been reading for a long time now. Like September actually probably is gonna make it like 2 years since I started reading on Instagram. So that's crazy. Like to even sit here and think about like reading consistently. Well, you know I had to take breaks, but I came back and I came back. But with that being said, yeah, like I have past readings on there. I also have my Healing After Narcissistic Abuse podcast series that is lit. If you are dealing with narcissism, if you're still trying to get these people, get these entities, get these demons and evil spirits up out of your life, then please make sure that you tune in, because it's really only the power of God that gave me the strength to finally say, you know what, let me tell my story. Let me tell these people what I know. And I know I'm walking in my purpose because that's what he told me to do. You feel me? So ever since I started really answering God's call heavy, I really truly feel empowered, and I feel like the things that I've already been doing have purpose. It's already been there. It was already done. But now I'm actually waking up and remembering who I am, waking up and remembering my power, waking up and remembering that I'm lit, that I'm a goddess in the flesh. I'm an earth angel. I'm a star seed. I'm a light worker. I'm here to do powerful work. I'm here to spread positivity, and I'm here to show people that there is a different way to go about doing things. You don't have to keep doing things the same way. You can be unconventional. You can step out of what society tells you that you should be doing, and you can renew your mind and spirit and do something different. So it is what it is. Yeah, I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful to be here, and I want to go ahead and just get started. Today's question that I am going to look at, actually, it's not even a question. I'm just going to be looking at just some lessons that we can learn from the divine masculine. So let me talk about how I even got here first to this topic, and then we can go ahead and start with the weekly reading as we typically do with this beautiful goddess deck. I also have these other decks out here as well, and when I start to use them, I'll tell you the names of them. So if you're interested, if you like the artwork, if you like, you just want to get into pulling cards for yourself, then you can definitely go ahead and get on Amazon. Look out for my link tree soon. I will be putting a link tree up, and it'll take you to, my wish list for nails, or it'll take you to my wish list for metaphysical things, new age things. That's the name of that wish list. And just take you to different links and stuff. So it'll take you to my YouTube. I'll eventually at some point put up my Etsy store. It'll take you to my Etsy store. So just stay tuned for, what this young lady got to offer, because I'm really over here on my Steve Jobs time. Like when I tell y'all, I have so many creative projects, so many things, so many ideas that are just in the ether that are about to be released, because now God has given me a way to get the capital that I need and the time that I need to do these things. I'm really a powerhouse. Like if you don't believe it now, you'll have no option but to accept it later. So let's go ahead and get started. How I got to this topic: lessons that we can learn from the divine masculine. So as a divine feminine woman, I definitely can be in the ether a lot. I can be in the woo woo a lot. Like I can really be up here in the in the 5D crazy. Hey, I can definitely be up in the 5D crazy. So when I think about divine masculines just have this real grounded earth energy, and divine masculines also have this drive, and they have this force that us as divine feminines really do need. We do need a divine masculine to be like, girl, come on. It's time to actually start putting things into action. It's time to start making some power moves. It's really time to stop sitting back, and it's time to start calling some plays. So that's the reason why I really wanted to talk about the divine masculine today, because I feel like often as divine feminines, we tend to look down on the divine masculines because we are like, well, we understand unconditional love, and we this how divine feminines be. We be like, well, we understand unconditional love, and we understand what it means to be receptive and what it means to be submissive, and we understand how to speak to God. Because on the Lover's card, when you look at the Lover's card in a tarot deck, you'll see that the man is looking at the woman, but the woman is looking up at God. So we actually have more of we actually have more of a connection with spirit only because of our nature being so receptive and being so intuitive. That's why you might hear people say, oh, a woman's intuition. The fact of the matter is that we all have intuition, but it just seems as though women, because of our natural receptivity, are able to, we're able to get into our intuition and to really not second guess ourselves, which is something that divine masculines have to learn from us. So we both have things that we have to learn from each other. But I just had to give a shout out to the divine masculines, because regardless of if they understand unconditional love or not, divine masculines know how to get up and go. And that's something that I definitely had to start to incorporate into my personality, was understanding, like, I'm doing all of this spiritual work, but now it's time for me to put this shit into action. So shout out to divine masculines. I definitely wanted to get on here and just see if we could get any, lessons from them, if we could learn anything from divine masculines. Honestly, as soon as I tatted the dragon right here on my back, back here, which is actually one of my masculine spirit animals, as y'all know, butterflies, if you know, like, butterflies is definitely my spirit animal, along with the lion, because I'm a Leo. You understand? So it's like butterflies is definitely, that's my shit, because I'm all about transformation. I'm all about being beautiful. I'm all about, incubating. I'm all about, really like stepping out the box. Like, if you see me now, when you see me 2 years from now, I'm pretty sure I'll be on some other stuff. Like, so that's just really how I am. So once I got the dragon tatted, that was when I was really on my Cisco Unleash the Dragon. I'm ready to get it and go, so that's where, like, a lot of the masculine energy just really came in, and it was like, well, you just gotta go. You gotta go do what you need to do. You feel me? So that's why I felt like, divine feminines could definitely get some encouragement from divine masculines as far as with their driving force and how they really step out and they're really about action, regardless of if they know unconditional love or not. So it's like we're at opposite places, but then once a divine feminine meets a divine masculine, it's not like this shit easy. It's not like we just understand each other when we get together. It's like a lot that we have to learn when we're reuniting again in this world. Like, I'm trying to say, it's a lot that we have to learn from the divine masculine. So I definitely just wanted to get into some different, lessons and things that we could pick up from these men, because they don't care. They just be out there getting it and going. So let's go ahead and start with the weekly reading for this week. I'm so excited to be here. Like, shout out to everybody that is on this live. Y'all was like, I'm not waiting until YouTube. I'm gonna try to tap into this, but if you have to go and you have to click out, then this will also be available on YouTube, and you can pick up and watch at any point in which you left off at. Okay, yeah, I'm so excited as well. Like I was saying, September would make it 2 years that I've been doing these lives, so I'm actually pretty excited, and it makes me just want to continue to keep persevering and keep moving forward. Also, I get to see everyone's beautiful face, everyone's beautiful profile pics. And this is like the one time during the week that I actually get to wear makeup. So I'm excited about that too. Thank you. You are beautiful as well. Thank you. So now basically what I'm doing is I'm just using the goddess deck to bring out some messages and whatnot, and just different things that we can look forward to into this week. Divine feminines, y'all always be killing the game anyway. Like, y'all always be killing the game. Like, y'all, it's just a continuation. Like, if you watched last week, it's really just a continuation of the same energies. It's a continuation of the same energies. Yeah, so yeah, it's a continuation. So I'm not really going to take too long trying to read the weekly energies and whatnot, but it's really the same thing. You all are still showing up as, really devoted. So if you've really dived into your spiritual practices, it seems as though whatever it is that you've been doing, whether it's prayer, meditation, self-care, just whatever it is that you're doing to, maintain your high vibe and to maintain your positivity, it's like that thing is working. Okay, it's really changing your life right now. It's changing your life. Even in areas that you didn't think that you would have grown, or areas that you didn't think you would master, or you didn't think that you had the skill set. It's like whatever you're doing, this spiritual practice it's in a sense, it's like healing you. Like, I mean, of course it's healing you, but it's not only just healing you, but it's changing you. Like, you're starting to see things from a different perspective, and you're not even anxious about not having everything that you thought that you needed to accomplish something. It's just like letting the spirit of trying to be perfect go, you know? So like that Virgo, I mean, I have that energy too, like that Virgo, critical, analytical, like everything has to be this, that, and in this way, and in this order. And it seems like a lot of you all are just like diving headfirst into whatever it is that you want to do, and you're not even worried about, oh, it has to be perfect, or I have to know everything, or I have to go to school for this, or I have to, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like you're just diving in. So whatever spiritual work or practices that you're doing, that thing is like, it's really powerful, and it's really changing you right now. Like, you're really letting go of feeling like you have to be perfect, feeling like you have to, like I said, you have to be the best, you know? So if you're one of those people that has something to say, and you feel like you have something to teach people, you need to go ahead. Yeah, Virgos be like that. It's like you know what I'm trying to say? Everything gotta be perfect. Oh yeah, with that Aquarius energy, yeah, you already you already there. Like, you already there. But that's good though, because Aquarius energy to me is just a very smart and direct energy. Like, I like it. But for the most part, what was I even talking about? I just feel like you don't feel as though you have to be completely perfect in whatever it is that you're doing anymore. It's just like you just kind of gave it up, and you're just kind of like, you know what? Like, whatever spiritual practice that you're doing, if it's whoever your higher power is that you are subscribing to, higher power, because we don't do no lower negative energy vibes here. No, we don't. But the higher power that you subscribe to is literally pushing you, and it's like it's guiding you, and you don't have to be focused and worried about having everything, you know, set in a particular order. Okay, so it seems as though a lot of you all are really, oh, I was literally just talking about this dragon energy. It seems like a lot of you all divine feminines, you're really understanding the masculine energy that you have within you, but you're also tempering it. So you're trying to remain as feminine as possible, but you also are very much about your grind and hustle. And I feel like it took a while to get here, to where it's like you're able to have a balance of those energies. So if you didn't really appreciate men before, or if you had negative outlooks about men and stuff like that, maybe because of your past experiences with men in the past, or if you had some just narcissistic men in your family, or if you had a father that was also a narcissist and abandoned you, or something like that. It's like you're letting go of a lot of the negative perceptions that you may have had about men, because you're starting to understand that masculine energy is needed. Like, it's needed to help you propel forward. So you're still remaining as feminine as possible, but you are starting to incorporate a lot of that masculinity into you basically. And that's why we're here, like, for this reading today. Like, that is exactly why we're here. So that's why it's like you all are still remaining in your femininity. You're still trying to embody self-love, unconditional love. You're still trying to, you know, be easy with yourself, make yourself feel comfortable. You know what I'm trying to say? But at the same time, it's like you've reached a area of completion with this cycle, to where now you're ready to move forward with a balance of both of those masculine and feminine energies. Yeah, it's showing up as far as like this is basically the new norm as you're moving forward in life, because you have completion now. And then it's also showing me this future card as well, and a lot of you all have been very focused on your future. So basically what this is telling me is that whoever you are right now, you're very happy with whoever you are right now, and you're ready to move into the future, because we all know that we continue to change and we continue to evolve and whatnot. But I feel like you're finally happy with who you are right now, which is great. Yeah, a lot of you all are not focused on the past as much. I feel like you've received the revelations that you needed to receive from the past, and that information is also helping to change you as well. So you could definitely be doing a lot of like past life regression is what I see that's coming up. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of past life regression, because you're looking, not even just past life, but just the earlier years of this current life. You know what I'm trying to say? So even childhood regression as well. Like, if you're focusing on past life regression, like, go ahead, because you doing some shit that a lot of people don't really think about to do. So we'll just, stick to childhood regression. So you're looking back at your early years in life. And of course, this is something you could be doing while you're meditating, or sometimes you could be doing things and not even know that you're meditating. You're just in like a deep trance, and you're in like a deep focus. Like, you don't understand. You could be meditating too. I know I do it when I'm doing nails, when I'm doing anything creative. I'm very much into that one thing, and it's doing something positive for me. You know what I'm trying to say? So meditation doesn't just have to be like we just sitting here like, you know what I'm trying to say? Meditation doesn't just have to be that. Some people talk, some people make noise, some people dance, some people do different things. It's whatever makes you feel connected to spirit. That's essentially what that is. Whatever is helping you to see the bigger picture, to have like a eagle eye perspective after you're done with that session. And then you feel better because you're like, all right, well, I'm not sitting here focused on these little minute details. I'm looking at the bigger picture, which is what meditation really helps you to do. It helps you to quiet out all of those unnecessary thoughts so that you can start to see things from a higher perspective. So it's like, yeah, like it seems like a lot of you all are definitely just coming to a lot of conclusions about, things from the past that you may not have had a good understanding about. So in a sense, you're doing a lot of healing work. You're ready and finally ready to move forward in life. And I don't think you're really looking back at your past anymore. Like, well, not in a sense of your past holding you back. I just think that you're better able to look at your past from a higher perspective, so that you are able to heal those things and move on, as opposed to being stuck in the shit that went on in the past. Like, oh, my daddy didn't raise me, my mom left, my all this different stuff, like this and that went on. Not to say that those things are minute, but when you get to a certain point in your healing, you have to realize that, like, okay, that shit gotta go. Like, I have things to do, and I cannot continue to be held back by unresolved issues from the past. So, which is why you're doing that, regression, because you're trying to heal those things from the past. So that's what's up. That's really what's up. I don't know. I kind of want to get a couple more cards, because I was like, I think it's the same energy, but it's some other shit coming up. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah. So a lot of you all, yeah. All right. So I mean, a lot of you all could definitely be in really strong romantic relationships with others. I was literally just talking about the Lover's card. I was literally just talking about that, and I feel as though a lot of you all could definitely be, if not united with a very strong masculine figure, but it's also showing that as far as you and your divine femininity, like, you're really showing up heavy, like, you in love. I don't know, somebody had to hear that. Like, you're in love. You're, everything about you is love, is unconditional love, and so it's just like you're really radiating just love. And I had my rose quartz. My rose quartz is in my bag, but if you do not have this crystal, then I would definitely advise you to get it, because it's very much in tune with who you are right now. Is this this rose quartz crystal is very much in tune with who you are. So if you don't have one, then I would definitely advise you to go ahead and get one, because this is like, I mean, and when you get it, you can like put it in your bra or something, just so it's like close to your heart or something. You know what I'm trying to say? This is what I do sometimes. Or I'll just set it out here, and it makes me feel different. It makes me feel loved. It makes me feel like, just even having it right here, like, I can really feel this power from this crystal right now. So if you do not have a rose quartz crystal, I definitely would recommend that you get one, because this is definitely where you are right now. Like, you just exhibiting love. Like, it's so pure, it's so raw, it's so, like, I don't know, I love it. But a lot of you are, like I said, you're focused on new beginnings. Like, you're focused on moving on into who you want to be in the future. You're putting a lot of spiritual work into getting there. So we have a lot of completion energies, and then here we have new beginnings. So if a lot of you all haven't felt really stable within your home life, I want to let you know, like, this is going to change. You know what I'm trying to say? If you haven't felt really stable within your money, if you haven't felt just stable within your own sense of security. Now, when you think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and go look that up if you are not familiar, like on the lowest level, we have to, in order to be able to advance to the other levels, in order to be able to have a fulfilling life, you have to make sure that you're taking care of your core base needs, which revolve around survival. So if you've been feeling like you haven't been able to survive, you haven't had enough money, you just had a stable home, or you just had, I don't know, just a whole bunch of things that just didn't make you feel really rooted. So this is like a root chakra energy also. It's like a root chakra energy. If you feel like you haven't, like, if you feel like you just haven't felt stable, I just want to let you know, like, this thing is going to change also, because you have a new beginning on the horizon. So when you're doing, I mean, different things that I do for my root chakra, one of the main things that I do is I just walk around barefoot, not outside because I don't want to have rough feet. But I'm talking about like inside the house. Like, I'll walk around barefoot. Sometimes I'll sit on the ground. I'll lay on the ground. Like, I don't mind sitting on the ground, okay? I used to sleep on the ground for years when I was younger. For years when I never had a bed. So it was like, it's never something that really fazed me. You know what I'm trying to say? So just do some grounding work too, you know, because as divine feminines, we tend to be really anxious. Like, we can get really anxious, you know what I'm trying to say, because we be in the 5D, we be in a spiritual realm so heavy that when we faced with some 3D matrix shit going on, we just be like, I don't know what the fuck this is. Like, you be getting hella anxious hella scared. I'm not laughing, but it's just funny because I go through the same thing too. You know what I'm trying to say? I go through the same thing too. You be hella anxious, hella scared. You don't know what's going on and stuff like that. So one of the best things to do to definitely prevent yourself from having a panic attack is to ground your energy. Look at things that you can see. You know, what are some things that you can see? Identify, rather, things you can see, smell, taste. You know what I'm trying to say? Start to identify some of those things because it brings you back into the present moment. I was also told that working out is a really good thing for grounding too, like working out and stuff, working out and also dancing. So whatever you do that's physical, like I just thought about that song, a song by Olivia Newton-John. I think it's the song to be like, let's get physical. Clearly she was talking about sex, but in my head I was just like, oh yeah, anything physical that you could think about doing, that'll definitely help to ground you as well. Or just do creative things, you know, things that kind of like help you get out of that negative mental headspace so that you're actually transmuting that energy into something else. Because that's what a problem is when you have no outlet and all of this energy is just within you and you just don't know what to do with it. So yeah, doing something physical is definitely going to help to get it out, you know. But yeah, like, I'm so excited. If you all have been single, then definitely understand that as you walk into this new, you know, into this new phase of your life, to understand that like that love that you're seeking out is going to come. You know what I'm trying to say? And divine feminines, that's something that we eventually have to do, is we have to learn unconditional love, because we were conditional with ourselves while we were unconditional with other people, but then we also put conditions on other people as well. So it's like, you got to choose, you know, you got to choose at a certain point. So as you step into this new, you know, this new cycle of your life, like, I definitely see a lot of people achieving, you know, unconditional love for themselves. And I also see that people will be entering into romantic relationships where there's just a lot of love there. Like, if you already are partnered with someone, then understand this person is gonna be going with you into the next phase of your life. They're gonna be going with you into the next phase of your life. Now, if you want that to happen, if you don't want that to happen, that's up to you and your own free will and choice. But it seems as though it's a very highly likely possibility that if you are in love now with someone, they're stepping with you into this new phase. So that's what's up. That's what's up, y'all. That's all I have. Literally, that was just like a weekly John. So it seemed like a lot, right? But it literally was just like a little weekly thing. Like, but let's go ahead and get into some lessons. Oh, so I have this deck called the Power Deck. And before we even get into lessons from the Divine Masculine, I just wanted to pull one card and read it. This deck is called the Power. Is it down here? Here we go. This deck is called the Power deck. This deck is so powerful. Like, I don't use this deck often, but when I do, it's like the messages just be what I need to hear at the right moment. And yeah, and actually Spirit did confirm that I should be reading about the Divine Masculine today and just what we can learn from him, because when I actually took this deck out, the card on the bottom of the deck was masculine. So I was just like, man, Spirit just, you know, when Spirit be hitting, it's like when Spirit hit, it just don't miss. Like, you already know. Like, so basically the card that I have here, it is talking about individuality. So I'm just going to read this really quick and then we are going to move on. Individuality. When the shield carrier reaches the top of the mountain, she never seeks approval because approval is based on doubt. Your strength and wisdom are celebrated in your unique ability to view the experience of life with new vision. Power lies in individuality and the ability to see yourself through your own eyes and not through the eyes of another. To be in power, you must own your power and exist within your own individuality. So I definitely hope that that message was helpful. I definitely hope it was helpful and it was uplifting and positive for the Divine Feminine, and just growing into who you are, understanding what your power is, and your power lies in being different and in being you. So that's what's up. I told y'all, this power deck right here, like the way my spirit is jumping right now inside, like this power deck right here, like it just has so much power. Like, it's so much power. They wasn't playing when they brought that deck out. They was not playing. So let's go ahead and get into some messages from the Divine Masculine. I just want to take these musical oracle cards. I love this deck. Yo, I love all my decks. Like, the music, let's see. The music oracles deck. Here goes one of my favorite artists right here, Amy Winehouse. Shout outs to Amy. Amy got me through a lot of stuff. Like, okay, Amy got me through a lot. But for the most part, let's just, you know, pull a couple artists and see the energy and the attitude that the Divine Masculine is calling us to be in. I'm so excited. Like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I hope all of you all are so well. Like, today starts the first day of my weekend because with my day job, I only work Monday through Thursday. So I'm excited. Today's my Friday. Yo, I literally just talked about Amy Winehouse, and one of her favorite artists was actually Frank Sinatra. So this is actually crazy that Frank Sinatra just popped up. Frank Sinatra really popped up. But okay, so let's see. Let me look at these cards real quick, and let me get my tarot deck. I'm gonna use the Neo Tarot just to clarify and see what's going on here. All right, so basically the Divine Masculine is doing what they do. They're basically just encouraging Divine Feminines right now to really start to take action, to really start to utilize your free will, and maximize upon that. Like, I've been talking about that heavy because we all have free will, but the difference between people who are doers and people who get results as opposed to people that don't is the fact that the people that are doers are utilizing their time and their free will to do something positively. Okay, how many people do you know that is really like, you really look at them and you just have a Langston Hughes moment, like a dream deferred moment? Like, you just be looking at them like, this is what happened when people give up. This is what happened when dreams are deferred. Like, is this really what happens? It's sad to see. It's sad to see. So right here, basically what Frank Sinatra is trying to say is like, you only get one chance, so you have to go ahead and aim. Like, you only get one shot. This reminds me of the Eminem song that Millie Mills was playing the other day when she was playing from 8 Mile, the one where he was like, lose yourself, like in the music, the moment. You know that song by Eminem. You know that song. So it seems like that's where Frank Sinatra is talking about. Is like, you have to go out, like you have, like, not go out, but you have to do things with a bang. Like, you have to you have to have that confidence to really step out and to do something, and you only have one chance. So what are you gonna do? Like, and it's true, we only have one life. Like, we have to do what our ancestors didn't do. We have to do something that is gonna set up our descendants for better than what we've been given. You know, it's unfortunate, but our current circumstance is because someone else down the line didn't have the courage, they didn't have the strength, they was probably ostracized from society. You know, society probably had so many pressures, and so we live in a world right now where, yeah, it's a lot of bullshit going on, but at the same time, you have the ability to transform your situation. Like, and that's that on that. Like, especially if you realize that you are free. Once you realize that you are free, it's like you can really transform your situation. Like, and nothing is going to hold you back. No societal pressures and nothing at all. So we actually are very fortunate to be here during this time, even though it's a lot of bullshit going on. To have the ability to actually be able to have financial freedom, to be free in general. You know what I'm trying to say? We have a lot of opportunity now. So Frank Sinatra and the Divine Masculine is basically like, you need to understand that you have opportunity and that you are free. And now it's time for you to start doing what you got to do for yourself. Like, so the Divine Masculine is also urging us to continue to stay grounded in our feminine energies. Like, how are we supposed to be the powerhouses behind these men if we don't continue to stay in our divine femininity? You know, because things start to get really unbalanced when it's two divine masculines in a connection. Like, at some point, the divine feminine has to be able to trust that the divine masculine got it. You know what I'm trying to say? It's time for us. We're going to have to submit that energy to be like, oh, well, I'm going to do it. Whatever. Oh, you don't know how to do it, I'm gonna do it. Like, just be a better coach or something, you know, because these men, they be needing help, you know. And the sad thing about it is, like, a lot of these men also deal with narcissistic moms who be thinking that their sons are their husbands. Like, they be dealing with a whole bunch of stuff with their upbringing. Some people don't even have the opportunity to have their mothers in their lives because of drugs, because of death, because of anything. You know what I'm trying to say? Jail, all types of things that happen to people. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, the Divine Masculine is just urging you to stay in your feminine energy, to be as feminine as possible, whatever that means for you. But once you get around the Divine Masculine, it's like, you don't got to sit there and argue with that man. You don't got to sit there and do nothing. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Sit back, be cute, say what you got to say. Like, and that's that. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? But for the most part, the Divine Masculine is definitely urging us to be in our Diana Ross energy. That's why I was like, this is feminine. Like, if you don't know Diana Ross, go ahead and get into Diana Ross, because she really is really about, like, this is me. This is me. This is what I do. One of my favorite Diana Ross songs is Love Hangover. And I also love My House. Like, I love it. I love Diana Ross. Like, you know, she be like, it's my house, hey, and I live here. Hey, so start to own you. Start to own you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, this card was talking about with your individuality. That's where your power comes from. Exactly. Ain't no mountain high enough. Exactly. Like, exactly. Shout out to Tracy Ellis Ross that played Diana Ross in that Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5 movie that comes on every year around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Y'all know the movie I'm talking about. Followed up by The Temptations. Okay, when he was like, what he say in that movie? Not The Temptations, The 5 Heartbeats. Yo, I'm stamping. Remember in The 5 Heartbeats when Bull was like, what he say? Damn, you know when he was being drunk and stuff, and he was singing out. Oh man, I remember that used to be my favorite part in that whole movie in The 5 Heartbeats. Y'all remember? I'm so done. I forgot because I have not seen that movie in a while, but I will watch that movie tonight because I need to remember. But for the most part, it's like this attitude he's urging you to be as feminine as possible. Like, Diana Ross was bold. Yes. Shout out to Kasha. Like, nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. Nights like this, shout out, girl. Shouts out to you. You know I'm still gonna watch it later, right? So for the most part, basically he's telling you, like, if you gotta go out here and you have to go out here and get it, then go out here and get it, and be snatched, be sexy, be in your divine feminine energy, be beautiful. Like, that's what he's telling you to do. Like, you can't, this card literally says you can be a better you than anyone else, which completely fits in with this individuality card. So if anything, like, this man, whatever divine masculine is coming into your life, the divine masculine energy within you, if there's a deity that you look up to, that you consider to be your father, like, this man is telling you, like, go out and get it, my child. Go out and get it. Like, go out and get it, my child. Like, and be sexy, okay? But what did Kendrick say? If I gotta slip a pussy ass nigga, I'ma make it look sexy. What he say? If I gotta go hard on it, I'ma make it look sexy. That's basically what they telling you to do. So go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. The divine masculine is also telling you that something that you should definitely do is to make sure that you are embracing your weaknesses. Embrace your weaknesses, because if you don't embrace those weaknesses, they just gonna stay as weaknesses. But you can embrace your weaknesses and turn them into strengths. So that's what the divine masculine is telling you to do. So instead of just accepting the great parts about yourself, it's time for you to start accepting yourself holistically so that you can actually make that change that you need to make. Now, the song that came to mind was Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. So regardless of how you personally feel about Michael Jackson, that song is very relevant to you right now. So if you have to look in the mirror and really truly say some affirmations to embrace your entire self, like embrace the shame, embrace the guilt, the sadness, the depression, the anxiety, the days in which you just don't feel your best, embrace those things, because that's you. And if you don't work through those emotions, they'll never be worked through. They'll just continue to keep sitting there. So embrace those things about yourself and transmute that energy and do something with it. Step out and pop out in your Diana Ross energy. You feel me? But you can only do that when you embrace all of yourself, because you're completely confident. Can't nobody tell you nothing about you that you can't tell yourself. That's how good you have to be able to know yourself. Because if you don't know yourself, you're going to sit here and listen to all of the BS that people out here want to say about you, want to say, and this and that and that. Okay? Growing up in a narcissistic household, dealing with narcissistic partners, the one thing that I could tell you that these people love to do is they love to tell you about yourself. And if you don't know about yourself, you're literally going to fall to anything that they say. Okay? I've been called selfish. I've been called the devil. I've been called all types of things by narcissistic people, only because I was not falling for that bullshit. Okay, don't let anybody out here shame you, guilt you, trick you, make you feel like you have to play some type of role and position that is not you. That's why it's important for you to know who you are so you can step into that power. So that's what he's trying to tell you to do. You got to embrace your weaknesses, embrace everything. Like, you cannot allow the enemy to get in there. Okay, you got to zip it up like a Ziploc. Zip that shit up like them freezer bags. Like, really zip that shit up. Like, keep that shit airtight. Like, can't nobody's words penetrate me. Like, can't nobody's words break me, because I know who I am and I've already stepped into that power. So anything that you talking about over there, if that don't resonate with what God told me, who God told me I was, if that doesn't resonate with that, then I'm sorry, I can't listen to you, because that's not what I was told. Okay, that's not what I was told. So that's that. He's also telling you to remain inspired. Be inspired. Don't sit here and wait. Don't wait for things to come up and for opportunities to come up. Like, you got to create these opportunities yourself, and you have to be excited, be inspired, and get these things going. So if there are any creative projects, any things that you want to do, and you might feel like, I don't really know how to go about it, like, the best thing that you could do is, if you know anybody that does these things, you can ask them for help. Or you can also just get on YouTube, like get on YouTube and learn something new. But it's just showing that there could be some untapped potential. There could be some skills, some things that you don't even know that you have, that, are there, but you're waiting for something else. So stop waiting for something else and start to create opportunities within yourself. Like, I remember when I first started reading, like, I never knew that I would be reading on Instagram, because first, like, years ago, I wasn't comfortable with being a tarot reader. And then I also wasn't comfortable with really being on character but I was really comfortable with being on camera is what I meant to say, and really showing who I am and showing off my personality and character. So it took some time, you know what I'm trying to say, but I never actually thought that I would be here doing this thing. So instead of waiting for things to happen, waiting to be inspired, start to create these opportunities within yourself. What is it that you actually like to do? What is it that you like to do? And start to plant those seeds. You know, like, don't wait, plant those seeds. Like, I planted so many seeds. Now that I started trading, it's like, oh my God, I finally have the ability to put the capital into these seeds and these things that I have been planted. But the good thing about the fact that I created those opportunities is now I know what I want to do. All I need is the money. So don't wait. Don't wait on the money to come to you. Don't wait on feeling like you have to have everything in order and everything has to be perfect. Nothing is ever going to be completely perfect. You're never going to be 100% ready for anything, but you can, after that shit happens, you can pick up that responsibility and do what you got to do. And I'm dead ass, you're going to accomplish that thing. You're going to get through that thing. So don't wait. Don't wait for inspiration. Don't wait for someone to tell you, oh, you should be doing this, or, oh, this is an opportunity here, take this opportunity. Start to create those opportunities for yourself. So think about things that you're passionate about and just get inspired. You know, a lot of people have been inspired to create so many different businesses. A lot of people have been inspired to just do so many great things during a pandemic, and that energy can definitely hit you too. So get inspired. Get inspired. I have about 20 minutes left, I think, just about. Let's see, let's move on. Let's look at some. I ain't even pulled the tarot cards. I was just holding the deck in my hand. Let's go ahead and use this deck. Now, this is the Dark Mirror deck. This deck specifically is for more so like shadow energies and different things that we could possibly clean up. So let's see what the Divine Masculine has to say about us and different energies that we should, you know, be paying attention to. You know, like typically we tend to focus only on the great things about us, like I said, but it's time to really shine a light. You know, the Moon card came up earlier. So y'all have been essentially trying to see things clearly. You've been trying to regress to the past, trying to look at your childhood, trying to see things from more so of a higher perspective so that you can heal it. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, you know, utilize that same High Priestess, you know, Moon energy to really get into these shadow aspects of yourself that you can, you know, get into and transmute that energy and, you know, keep vibing, you know, high. So let's see what cards have to come up. I don't really use this deck too often, but I did clear out the energies after I bought it, because I don't play that shit, because you don't know how many different people touch these cards before you get them, and then you gotta read for people and you gotta read for yourself. Like, I don't play that shit, because I remember the one deck I had, like, I didn't clear it out. I ain't cleared that deck out, and I literally kept waking up crying for some reason. Like, I woke up crying like 3 days in a row, and then once I cleared that shit out, it was done. So it's just like, I'm telling you from past experience, like, this shit is real. So make sure that you clear out your energies with a selenite wand. This was on Amazon. It's this selenite wand is huge, like, but it's powerful. Put that shit under your pillow and you will remember all your dreams. Put it under your pillow, you will remember your dreams. Like, that's the advice that a reader gave me from YouTube, and that shit worked. So Divine Masculine definitely is encouraging you to stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. So if there are any ways in which, like I said, and when you know yourself and you feel power in your own individuality, like this card says, it's like nothing is gonna, nothing. People can say whatever they want to say. But it's not even just about other people, because typically we tend to have negative self-talk. Okay, like, I used to make up a lot of scenarios in my head until I started living in reality. But we all experience those moments where we might make up things in our head, or we might perceive someone's behavior incorrectly, and then we start to take the wrong actions. You know what I'm trying to say? So Divine Masculine is just like really encouraging you to, like, whatever it is that you're lying to yourself about, that negative voice in your head is telling you, or if you're believing things that people used to say about you in the past, is like, he's letting you know, like, you cannot allow these lies to rule over your life. So this is why it's very important for you to know who you are. You know, don't allow lies that other people tell you about you, or even lies that you're telling yourself, to win. You cannot do that, because it's going to hold you back, okay? And that's really just the enemy that is trying to keep you in that same place. So, I mean, the enemy does what the enemy does. Like, in my series, in my podcast series, that's what I say. As soon as you decide that you're going to be on assignment, as soon as you decide that you're going to walk in your purpose, that's when the enemy's going to come 10 times harder. Okay, the enemy's already doing what they doing because you may not know who you are. But once you know who you are, best believe that thing is going to try to turn up to try to really push you back down to where you want to give up, and you don't want to, you know, keep walking on your path and doing what it is that God has for you. You feel what I'm trying to say? So whatever lies it is that you are allowing to dominate your life, it's time for you to let that shit go, because it's winning. You feel me? It's winning. And a lot of you all have the tendency of sacrificing yourself for other people, and that gotta stop. That has to stop. Like, in order for you to rise up and to be that divine feminine that you want to be, like to be that goddess, to be, and I mean, mind you, we are our goddesses already. We just got to remember that we're goddesses. We have to come into the awareness that we are. You feel what I'm trying to say? That's why these men be playing us heavy when we don't have boundaries and when we don't have self-love. That's why they be playing us heavy, because we don't understand who we are. They see it, but they're going to utilize it any way they want to get whatever they want. But they're not going to uplift you at the end of the day. Okay? They're not going to uplift you. And basically, this card right here is saying that a lot of you all have definitely been sacrificing yourself for other people. That has to stop. Stop sacrificing yourself. Stop putting everything on the line. And if you are a black woman, this was something that came to my mind earlier today. Like, if you are a black woman, like a brown skinned woman, let me correct myself, a nice chocolate brown skinned woman, caramel, butter pecan, whatever complexion that you are, but you identify with, you know, being a black African American woman or of African descent, you know, no shouts out to Rachel Dolezal, because we don't do that fake scamming shit over here. Okay. But for the most part, if you do identify with being an African American woman, you know, typically in society, they make it seem as though we have to be the superwoman. We just have to be the strong people. We have to stand in for everybody. We have to stand in for our entire, we have to stand in for black men. We have to do this. We have to do this. We have to be workhorses. We can't be feminine. Let me tell you something. The most beautiful women that I know are brown women. And that's a fact. Like, the most beautiful women that I know are brown women. Okay? And I'm not coming at nobody, but the most beautiful women that I know are brown women. So you really got to start to step into your divine femininity. Okay? Don't let these people out here try to condition you into being a workhorse or tell you that your features aren't beautiful. Everybody be going to get our features. They be paying thousands of dollars. Meanwhile, we born with it. It's not Maybelline. Okay? So with that being said, it's like, stop sacrificing yourself. Stop holding yourself back. Don't play the back. Start to play the front. That's what Diana Ross talking about. Like, stop playing the back. Like, play the front. Play the front at all times. Don't put yourself back. You know what I'm trying to say? Do not hold yourself back. Okay? Like, I've literally had to let go of friends that was upset because I was not putting myself in the back. Like, and it's not to say that I was putting myself in front of them, but just for me, I'm not playing the back no more in my life. I don't know about y'all, but I've went through too much stuff where people have done whatever they felt like they wanted to do to me and give me whatever they felt like they wanted to give. And because I didn't have self-esteem, because I didn't have confidence, because I didn't have self-love, I just took whatever was there. I'm sorry, I'm not playing the back no more. I'm going after what is rightfully mine, and I'm not taking nobody's scraps. You feel me? So it's really time for you to start embodying that energy. Stop sacrificing yourself. You deserve more, so go out there and get more. Like, don't sacrifice yourself for nobody. Don't hold yourself back. If you have friends that want to hate on you because you want to be cute and you want to do this and you want to do that, like, don't do it. Okay? No, not today. Because just like you decide that you want to play the front, they can decide that they want to play the front in their own lives too. And now we can just both be main characters. You feel me? Like, but yeah, Divine Masculine also wants to tell you, yeah, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Like, he is definitely acknowledging you as an angel. Like, and if you came here and you're doing really positive things, understand that like you also are an angel. You're an angel on earth. Like, you are an angel on earth, because just like you can depend on your guardian angels, where some people can see them and some people cannot, just like you're dependent on them, understand that there are people here in this physical realm that are dependent on you. You're a physical representation. So you are an earth angel. You know, your spirit, your body, this is a physical representation of your spirit, of your soul. So he wants you to understand that like it's time for you to really remember who you are. Like, it's time for you to wrap this cycle up. It's really time for you to wrap this cycle up, and to understand that you are an angel, and to understand that you do not need to play the back. It's time for you to stand up. It's time for you to regain your strength. It's time for you to regain that health and that vitality. Some people might be dealing with some health issues that just really affect their energetic levels and whatnot. So if you have to, go to a naturopathic doctor, which I personally would recommend over a primary care physician, is a naturopathic doctor who can heal you with natural herbs. If you have to see one of those, or if you have to cut out sugar, if you have to cut out processed foods, because I know sugar and processed foods can definitely make you tired. If you have to eat smaller portions, just anything that is affecting your energetic levels, it's time for you to start paying attention to what you're doing, and if your energy is being depleted or if your energy is increasing. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So start to pay attention to whatever it is that you're doing throughout the day. Start to be very cognizant of what you're eating. Because like I said, some things you eat and it definitely can have an effect on you, and now you're tired. Now you don't want to do anything. Now you can't move. Now you can't. And oftentimes dealing with people as well and being attached to people can definitely affect your energetic levels heavy. Oh my gosh. When I was dealing with my son's father, who is also a narcissist, like when I was dealing with him, like it just was exhausting. It was just argument every day, argument. And then I'm the main breadwinner. I'm the person doing everything. And I got to come back and it's an argument. Like, start to understand that when you're having all of these negative interactions with other people, or even if you're having those negative interactions with yourself, it's only depleting your energy. So what we want to do is at least be able to make it through the day. Okay? Take it day by day. Make it through the day. Okay? And then take it moment by moment. So just break it down, break it down. Like, break it down for real. But he's really saying that like it's time for you to really remember who you are. Stop sacrificing yourself for other people. Stop allowing lies and things that aren't of significance to you. Stop allowing these things to take precedence over who you really truly are. It's time for you to take the power and the control out of those negative thoughts and lies, and start to put the power and control into those positive affirmations that are going to strengthen who we are. Like, this positive affirmations, really truly believing these things is literally what helps our ego. And that's something I talk about in my series as well, is like how our ego, essentially, if we use it in a good, healthy way, that ego basically will help us to get out of a lot of negative things, because we remember who we are. Our ego essentially is our personality, is who we believe ourselves to be. So if you're feeding yourself positive affirmations at a certain amount of time, you're going to really start to incorporate those things into your personality. And positive affirmations essentially is a reprogramming. Because I'm sorry, when I was younger, I wasn't taught to sit there in the mirror and say, I am. I wasn't taught to sit there and just be like, thank you, God. I'm so grateful that I have this, that I am this, that I am that. I was just taught, be grateful, be grateful. Oh, you don't have no faith. Be grateful. How is somebody supposed to have faith and be grateful if you was never taught that, if you was never programmed to do that? So now it's time to just have a reprogramming. You know what I'm trying to say? It's time to reprogram it. So whatever negative thoughts you got going on in there, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Now we're going to move on to something more positive. When you start to do that and check yourself, I guarantee you will be so much better at being a magician, so much better at being an alchemist, an energy alchemist, being able to transmute some fuck shit into something positive. Okay? That's amazing. Like, that's amazing. Let me just go ahead and get one more card, and we are We are running out of time. My hour will almost be up, I believe. I didn't even touch no tarot cards. I ain't touched no tarot cards. Yeah, like Divine Masculine wants you to be real with yourself. Like, get into your heart. You know what I'm trying to say? Get into your heart chakra. I'm feeling like a lot of people have been betrayed, have been abandoned, have, you know, just all around, you just don't trust people, you don't trust situations. Like you kind of be a little hesitant, you kind of be like, I don't know, like, do I have to duck this? I don't know. Like, rightfully so, because of all the things that you've been through. Like, it's just a fact. If you've been going through a lot of trials and tribulations after, you know, and you don't understand that these things are helping you to evolve, or you don't understand that you might be on the path in the process to becoming successful, and because you don't understand the process of becoming successful, now you're becoming hung up over every little emotional, like every little thing that's going on. Now you being so emotional. This is something that I talked about in the reading last week, not understanding that there is a process to success. And once you wake up and say, you know what, I want to be successful. Like, once you wake up and you like, you know what, I want what they got over there. I don't want this poverty shit. Because honestly, some people like poverty and struggle, and I wish them the best of luck, but I got loyalty and royalty inside my DNA, and I need to go claim that. So with that being said, the Divine Masculine is just saying, like, you need to get into your heart space, okay? And it's true, because sometimes I don't be in my heart space because I have a lot of Queen of Swords, King of Swords energy up here. Like, when it comes to my logic and my rationality, like, this girl is very intelligent. I am very smart. And oftentimes I tend to get into my headspace as opposed to dropping down into my heart space. So if you have some healing that you have to do within your heart chakra, here we go. We have some rose quartz right here. Like, this is literally going to help you. This is going to help you. So as you're doing your meditations, you can lay on your back and you're doing your meditations, and you can actually start to place the crystals, you know, where they go as far as within your chakra. So if you have, my other crystal is over there, but that crystal over there is definitely, I have clear crystal quartz, and then I also have the other one over there too that I be putting on my third eye, and then I'll put the clear crystal quartz, like if I'm laying down, I'll just put it on the ground, but somewhere up here. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's just like, it's really time for you to really get into your heart space. You know what I'm trying to say? If there's anything that you haven't been authentic with yourself about, probably even some of these, you know, negative thoughts and shame and guilt that need to be resolved, it's really time for you to get into your heart space and to do that work. You know, when you step to a Divine Masculine, in order to step to that man and to be able to understand that man and to be able to accept that man, it's like you have to be able to do so with the open heart. And that's something that I definitely still have issues with. Healing is a continuous process, and I still have issues with it to this day, is being able to be like, you know what, let me open my heart up and let me actually be resting in my femininity. You know what I'm trying to say? So just as much as this reading is for y'all, I hear people say that they felt like I was talking to them. They loved it. You felt it. Like, this reading, when I do my readings, they help me too. They help me too. Like, because they bring up a lot of things that I wouldn't have sat here and thought about. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So he just really asking for you to just get into your body, because it's just a lot of just like low energy, or like a feeling of being lackluster. It's time for you to really put yourself in the front. Do not play the back anymore. Do not play the back. Put yourself in the front. You know what I'm trying to say? Don't play the back. Regain that energy that you may have had at one point in your life or another. But now that you're older, you can refine it, twist it, dip it, flip it, do whatever you want to do with it to be you, be that individual and be different. Like, so yeah, it's time for a lot of you all to really start to get into your heart space and to create something different. Like, create something different. I feel like a lot of you all are very creative folks, or you're just inspired, and there's just things that you want to do. And it's really time for you to get into your heart space and just be like, you know what? I love myself. Let me go out and show myself to the world. You know what I'm trying to say? Show yourself to the world. Like, show it to the world. Show it to the world. I wish I had the surrender deck. I'm sorry, y'all. Would y'all mind? I'm really about to go pick up a deck really quick so that I can get the last messages. But please just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. right, y'all. So I should have got the surrender deck out. It seemed like, actually, y'all, I haven't messed with no tarot decks tonight, and I'm not even mad because I don't typically do like all oracle card readings, but I'm not even mad because I don't use my oracle cards nearly as much as I use my tarot decks. So this reading was a straight oracle card reading. I'm not hating. Like, that's how it went down today. That's how it went down. So let me just go ahead and get a couple surrender cards just to help you start somewhere. Help you start somewhere. It's a lot of information, but these surrender cards are great because these surrender cards really, they just give me a nice, starting point. So I'm gonna go ahead and get one more card, and then I'm gonna read these cards verbatim as they are. I have to start with this card because when I tell y'all, when spirit hits and it does not miss. Like, this first card that we have here is surrender to your full power. What have we been talking about this entire reading? Like, what have we been talking about? We've been talking about you stepping into your power. This is something that the divine masculine wants you to do. This is something that we can learn from him, is really stepping into that power. So basically it says your life is calling for you to step into your full power rather than playing it small. Didn't I literally just say, and y'all saw me shuffle this deck. Y'all literally heard me say, stop playing the back. Stop playing the back. Stop it. Surrender to silence. It says, in quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. So there we go. Last card that we have for tonight is surrender procrastination. Oh my God. When I tell y'all, the spirit of procrastination used to be on me heavy, especially when I was in college. Oh my God. The spirit of procrastination was on me heavy. But now it's not. I be getting shit done. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success. So this is what I'm talking about. If any of you all are inspired by something, don't wait for that opportunity to come. Create that opportunity for yourself. Create it. Like, when I wanted to learn how to do nails, I was talking to my nail tech and I was just like, yo, like, you should start teaching nail classes. I would take your class. Eventually she did it. Eventually I signed up. And then that was that. It served the purpose. You know what I'm trying to say? So create those opportunities. If there's something that you want to do, if there's something that you want to learn, if it's something, just jump out there. Like, YouTube is a great source. These people on YouTube, they be doing a whole bunch of stuff. Okay? Like, they be doing a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube. Mind you, I'm on YouTube as well, as Spicy Bee Soup. But with that being said, y'all, I hope you really enjoyed this reading. This reading was definitely lit. This reading was A1. I'm so excited that, that I was able to even bring forth these messages. And I really hope that these messages are able to help propel you into your next week. I am so grateful and thankful that the people that decided to come into the live were able to come into the live, and you had the time that you had, because you could have been doing anything, but you was like, nah, I gotta go see what this girl talking about. Like, and I'm so grateful and thankful. And I really wish I hope that you have a blessed week. I hope that you have a peaceful week. I really hope that if there's any challenges that come up, that you are able to slay them the dragon could be helpful, but you know what I'm trying to say. Slay any and everything that is not in alignment with who you are. Slay it, cut it at the head, cut it off at the root, let that shit go. It's not who you are. But in order to be able to do that, like this whole reading said, you got to be able to step into your full power, which is what the divine masculine wants us to do. But he also wants us to make it look sexy. To make it look sexy, okay? Make it look sexy. It's something really powerful about a woman that could just still be in her feminine energy, still make that shit look sexy, and still be killing the game. It's really something powerful about that, and I love to see it and whatnot. I love to see it. You know, I'm all about women empowerment. I am. So with that being said, I hope everyone has a blessed week. Like I said, enjoy the rest of your night, and I will see y'all next week. Oh my God, I will see y'all next week. Bye.